Welcome to the Nevis Newscast for Wednesday, June 29th, 2022. I am Fredicia Liebert. 15 students graduated from the Nevis Academy on Tuesday, June 28th, 2022. The ceremony was held at the Nevis Performing Arts Center, where the valedictorian of the graduating class of 2022, Prakriti Rastogi, delivered her valedictory speech.
Every kid is unique, amazing, and fun in their own way. Let's see how amazing my classmates were in class. Gareth Davis, the school farmer, was always willing to help out in the school garden, even when most of the other students went home. Romero Hanley, the one who always keeps the class entertained in the Edmodo comment section. Jemiah Huggins, usually so engaged in his playful activities that almost every lunch break, Mr. Blidgen has to stop him from running through the classroom with his friends. Nikit Katwala, the one is always curious to know his grades within minutes of submitting his papers, even before the test has ended. Ajarian Matthew, usually always unaware that the tapping, knocking, or flickering of his pen is disturbing his classmates. Lancelot Neal never seems to be able to stand still during devotions, always rocking from one leg to the other. Junior Prasad, the student who wants to finish his homework at school so that he can play his video games instead of doing the homework. Corey Tyson was always very quick to come on the board to solve a question, even when he has no idea of what he is doing. Janelia Hammond always agrees to what Mr. Blidgen says in her Jamaican accent. Aja Hutton, whenever she is protesting about something, she always stomps her foot on the ground. Nyan Jeffers usually hides and uses her device, thinking that Mr. Blidgen is not aware of it and is usually surprised that Mr. Blidgen knows she was using it. Kayla Mendonca, always calling Mr. Blidgen talk to Ajarian, and Mr. Blidgen always tells them that it seems they like each other. Jenny Powell, always trying to be a lawyer in a playful way to counter any argument Mr. Blidgen says. Aricia Wells always tries to avoid being called upon by Mr. Blidgen to come on the board to answer a question on it.
The valedictorian expressed gratitude on behalf of her classmates.
On behalf of all the graduates, I want to say thanks. Thank you to all the teachers for their dedication, patience, love, and commitment to teaching us. We were not always the easy bunch. We had days when we argued, fussed, and fought. But in the end, we were back together again as though nothing happened. These are the memories we are always going to cherish. Thank you to our former principal, Miss Lucia Wilkinson, for the role she played in molding us into the responsible students. Thank you, Miss Busu, our current principal, for gently guiding us, disciplining us, and teaching us to give back to our community. Thank you, Miss Busu, for loving each and every one of us. We are grateful to you.
Prakriti Rastogi received honors awards in social studies, language arts, mathematics, science, social studies, Spanish, and French. She also received the Vertilly Perkins Best in Language Award. Special mention must also be made of the top boy, Niket Katwala. He received honors awards in language arts, science, social studies, mathematics, Spanish, and French. He also received the Best Language Award. The principal's remarks were delivered by Dr. Andrea Busu, and the featured speaker for the afternoon's event was Nicole Lawrence. Past teacher Shadonte Longford chaired the ceremony, and presentation of certificates and prizes were presented to the graduates by teacher Kevin Bligen and patron Carlisle Powell. Seeking to promote the importance of the role that fathers play in the lives of their children, the Department of Gender Affairs on Monday, June 27th, hosted a 5-person panel discussion entitled The Power of a Father. The discussion featured an assortment of engaging topics ranging from the qualities that a father should possess to the steps that are required in creating virtuous paths for a child. Probation and Child Protection Officer in the Department of Social Services and father, Stefan Joseph, reinforced the topic at the panel discussion. He urged fathers to appropriately utilize the power that they possess by being positive role models in their children's lives.
As a parent, there's absolutely nothing wrong with setting a standard and a vision. I think a lot of parents these days, they're trying to find a balance between setting a vision or a good path for their children and allowing them to be themselves. I think a lot of parents, and I'll say we because we're all parents, and as fathers too, sometimes we go over to the whole side where it's like, okay, I'm gonna let you do your thing. And it's something that we really have to look at ourselves properly and ensure that that does not happen, because we're gonna end up with some very interesting children in the future. And I feel like that is what is happening now. And in my line of work, you see it every day where children are given too much autonomy and allowed to do what it is they want to do. And we have to remember that children are 100% impulse. Look at babies. They see something, they're going to go after it. They're not considering the dangers. And if you continue to allow your child to operate in that way, that's how you end up with stealing becoming a problem, and all of these things become because they see something and they want it. And we have instilled in them that they have to have it or they can have it. And I think that is so important in terms of keeping your child on that track.
Meantime, music instructor in the Department of Education and father Wayne Moore shared knowledge on an alternative method of correction that could help make disciplinary interactions between fathers and their children more effective.
I try to make myself as much fun to be around as possible. Not just my children, but any children I'm around. Because I use that as a tool to get into their headspace. And I can discipline them and still be having fun with them. Yes, it's something I've practiced over many years, and I think I've nailed it down. You know, yes, you can appeal to kindergarten children, which I teach, or 30-odd-year-olds who I have to interact with, and you use a tool of fun. It takes down the barriers and the fears and the suspicions and all of that, and then you can really get to them. You know, you have to. It's a psychological game, but you have to. You know, I'm saying stuff and laughing but I'm serious, and they get the point. But it doesn't become aggressive to them. It doesn't become abhorrent or they don't reject it. They get the point too.
A number of fathers participated in the discussion, including Corporal in the St. Kitts and Nevis Defence Force, Glenfield Body, and Probation and Child Protection Officer, Lawston Percival. Tricia Daniel was also a part of the panel. The panel discussion was moderated by Gender Affairs Officer Mario Phillip. Premier of Nevis, the Honorable Mark Brantley, will host his next monthly press conference on Thursday, June 30th. The press conference will be held at the Cabinet Room on the second floor of the Social Security Building at Penny's Estate. Premier Brantley will provide an update on matters pertaining to Nevis, and members of the press will have the opportunity to ask questions. The press conference will be broadcast live from 10 a.m. on Nevis Television, NTV Channel 99, NevisTVOnline.com, NTV Go app, Nevis Television Facebook page, and the Nevis Newscast YouTube channel. Still to come.
So come out and let's get warmed up for Long Jam. Let's get warmed up for the street parade.
The details right after this break.
Taxes are the lifeblood of a nation. Feel good about what your tax dollars do in Nevis. As a responsible citizen, your tax dollars protect our environment. Pay your taxes on time. This message was brought to you by the Inland Revenue Department, Nevis.
Be a responsible citizen.
Welcome back. The Nevis Health Promotion Unit in the Department of Health, in collaboration with the St. Kitts, Nevis, and Guella Trading and Development Company, TDC, is inviting members of the public to participate in a Culturama warm-up workout. The event is scheduled for Sunday, July 9th at the Malcolm Guichard Recreational Park and will feature 2 workout sessions with music provided by DJ Swudge. Teresa Herbert, Education and Prevention Officer at the Health Promotion Unit, provided additional details.
The session will include a cardio workout as well as a soca size session. The cardio session will be hosted by Coach Adelvin Phillip. The soca size will be hosted by our Culturama Queen, Miss Nyla Daniel. So come out and let's get warmed up for Long Jam. Let's get warmed up for the street parade.
The event begins at 5:30 a.m. and ends at 7:30 a.m. For further details, contact the Nevis Health Promotion Unit at 469-5521 extension 6393. The Department of Labor in the Nevis Island Administration, NIA, wishes to advise the public of vacancies available on the island. The list of positions available to be filled are full-time security guards, operations manager at the Charlestown Port and Orly Water Taxi Facility, supermarket attendants, driver for courier service, driver for bakery, tire repair technician, garage attendant, and accounts clerk. Interested persons are kindly requested to visit the Department of Labor located on the main street in Charlestown from Mondays to Fridays between the hours of 8 a.m. and 4 p.m. That's it for this edition of the Nevis Newscast. On behalf of all of us here at the Department of Information, I'm Fredicia Liebert. Thank you for viewing.